Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeast Nebraska. Mainly clear skies this afternoon with daytime highs approaching 90. Southwesterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 57. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies expected. 89 tomorrow, a blend of clouds and sun. I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Currently 77.
Kansas Mid-America Network News, I'm Trace Tall. McPherson Police said just before 2:45 yesterday afternoon, an employee at the courthouse received a call saying that a bomb was set to go off in 3 minutes. Courthouse employees evacuated the building, and McPherson police officers, McPherson County Sheriff's deputies, and McPherson Fire Department searched the area for anything suspicious. Authorities said no items were found. An investigation into the origination of the call is pending, and no further information is available at this time. Education Commissioner Dr. Randy Watson has announced Kansas literacy rates continue to improve, with fewer students scoring in Level 1 on the spring 2024 reading state assessments, marking a second straight year that number has decreased. The Kansas State Board of Education invested $15 million in early literacy 3 years ago and committed an additional $10 million in 2024 to fund structured literacy training for Kansas teachers. Kansas Mid-America Network News.
Fox Kansas News at 9. Join the award-winning Fox Kansas News team. The first on the air with world, state, and local news from the Wichita area you can trust. Get the first forecast of the night with accurate information to help you prepare for the day tomorrow. And stay up to date with the first sports scores from throughout the day for your favorite teams. Get all the news you need in a concise half hour at a convenient time. Fox Kansas News at 9. Your news, your time. Channel 24, Cox Cable Channel 4.
Toppers Plus Truck and RV will hook you up for trailer and RV season. Get receiver hitches, goosenecks, fifth wheel hitches, brake controllers, and trailer wiring to ease the towing of your boat, cycle, RV, or lawn equipment. Choose from top brands of hitches, including B&W hitches, Curt, and Draw-Tite. Need to take your vehicle camping with you? Toppers Plus has Blue Ox base plates and tow bars. Get trailer season ready at Toppers Plus Truck and RV, 333 Northwest Street, or toppersplusks.com.
Make your truck work for you!
Danes Automotive and Tire in Waterville and Marysville is your reliable automotive repair shop. Servicing engines and transmissions, ACs, radiators, exhaust, and diagnostic checks. Did you know Danes does tires? Carrying all major brands and sizes from trucks, ATVs, trailer, and farm implements, Danes Automotive and Tire has you covered. With over 85 years combined experience, your locally owned and trusted repair and tire shop is Danes Automotive and Tire in Waterville and Marysville.
Nebraska Mid-America Network News. I'm Andy Hoosier with ongoing hurricane relief efforts going on across the East Coast. The state of Nebraska has released their Nebraska Emergency Response Team that specializes in communications, as they've been deployed to help in North Carolina in the aftermath of the latest hurricane. The Nebraska Examiner reports that announcement comes from Governor Jim Pillen earlier this week, as the 4-member telecommunicator emergency response team is set to be in the state of North Carolina for 14 days before heading back home. According to the team, they say that living conditions in the area have been affected by major power outages that included flooding, debris, and downed trees, along with spotty cell coverage. As the team says, they are staying in a gymnasium used to house others with emergency responders from around the nation. Part of the team includes those from Nebraska Utilities, including the Omaha Public Power District and the Lincoln Electric System, as they say they're not only working for recovery of the past hurricane, but also the upcoming storms that may ensue. Mid-America Network News.
Okay, it's not quite New Year's, but at Midwest Kia, we are saying goodbye to our 2024 models and hello to truckloads of all new 2025 Kias that are already pouring in. That means this October, you can drive away in a 2024 Kia Forte for $199 per month. Or take thousands off the country's hottest SUV lineup, including 2024 Kia Sportage, Sorento, and Telluride. All with the industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile manufacturer's warranty that makes owning a new Kia the best value proposition on the road. Come down to Midwest Kia at Kellogg and Tyler Road or visit MidwestKia.com and help us ring in the new model year, and you'll see why people are singing.
We want to see ya in a Midwest Kia.
See dealer for details. Offers end October 31st. Subject to credit approval. Excludes taxes and fees. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty.
Reporting local news, I'm Bruce Dierking. Continued dry conditions prompting wildfires remain a threat as the fall harvest continues. In southern Gage County Thursday afternoon, Odell, Diller, Wymore, Blue Springs, and Beatrice rural firefighters battled a field fire north of Odell, along with farmers and other volunteers. North of the PWF Road, just east of the Odell Blacktop, the fire threatened a rural residence and outbuildings, which were contained. Another fire in northern Gage County Thursday afternoon was reported along the Holmesville Road near US 136, which was reignited from a wildfire last weekend. State officials will visit Marysville for an unveiling of historic register plaques at the historic Union Pacific Depot in Marysville at 5:30 p.m. The public is welcome to attend. Hanover and Frankfort High School football homecoming Friday. Hanover homecoming candidates are Hannah Zarbanicki, Emma Cruzy, and Anna Juneman. King candidates Noah Juneman, Braden Swartz, and Cameron Juneman. Hanover will host Wakefield. At Frankfort, Queen candidates are Braylee Ebert, Ellie Studer, and Samantha Jall. King candidates Ty Smith, Lane Loesow, and Sam Bachman. A parade and pep rally in Frankfort is planned this afternoon at 2, with crowning at 6:30 tonight. Frankfort will host Blue Valley. The game broadcast live on KNDY FM 95.5. Beatrice Speedway wraps up the season with Oktoberfest this Friday and Saturday night with races at the Gage County Fairgrounds. Keep Beatrice Beautiful will hold the fall electronic recycling event at the Indian Creek Mall parking lot this Saturday from 9 to noon. Computers and equipment, home theater and gaming, audiovisual, and miscellaneous electronics may be dropped off free of charge for recycling Saturday at the Indian Creek Mall from 9 until noon. For information, phone 402-228-4576. Autumn Flannel Fest in Waterville is Saturday. Lions Pancake Feed serves 7 to 10 a.m. with a vendor fair from 9 to 3, including a lunch at the community center. Cornhole at 10, street golf registration at 2, plus games and activities. The grilled cheese cook-off. A pulled pork dinner serves at 6:30. The Waterville Fire Department will host a beer garden at the Waterville Flannel Fest this Saturday. Full details on the Friends of Waterville Facebook page. Axtell Fall Craft Show is Saturday with a wide variety of handmade crafts and vendors. Open 9 until 2 with lunch and concessions available at the Axtell American Legion Community Building. Children's and historical Western author Rosie Bossy will sign autographs as well. All proceeds toward American Legion honor flights. The Axtell Craft Show Saturday, 9 to 2. Seneca Chamber and Downtown Impact will host the annual Oktoberfest celebration Saturday. A downtown craft fair runs 9 to 3. Museums will be open with a community Volksmarch, contests, beer tasting downtown in Seneca from 4 until 7 p.m. Saturday. Tickets are $25 for 10 tastings and available online at comeseeseneca.com. They also have more details on the day's activities. Friends of Alcove Springs and Marysville Health and Fitness will host a run, walk, bike ride along 8 miles of trail at the site south of Marysville Sunday, with trail history and stories as well on a shorter 1-mile trek. No charge for the events. A commemorative T-shirt will be $25. Activities begin Sunday, 8 a.m. at Alcove Springs. Sunday evening rehearsals continue for the Axtell Ecumenical Christmas Cantata. All singers welcome to join Sunday evening, 7 p.m. at St. Michael's Catholic Church in Axtell. For information, contact Amy Schmitz at 785-294-8056. Marshall County Health Department continues outreach vaccine clinics Monday in Axtell at the Legion from 9 to 10:30. Summerfield Fire Station 11 until 12:30. Beatty Fire Station Monday from 1 to 2. Tuesday at the Frankfort Nutrition Site from 9 to 10:30. And Vermilion Community Center from 11 till noon. Please bring your insurance cards. Voter registration closes Tuesday. Early voting begins next Wednesday at county clerk's offices. Mail-in ballots can also be requested. Re-registration is necessary if you've moved or changed your name since the last election. You can also register at city clerk's offices in Marshall County or online at ksvotes.org. Dorothy J. Kalin, age 92 of Burchard, passed away Sunday. Funeral Mass Saturday, 10:30 at the Sacred Heart Catholic Church, Burchard. Interment St. Anthony's Catholic Cemetery at Steiner. Visitation Friday, 9 until 8. Family will greet friends Friday from 6 until 8 at the Huere Mortuary, Pawnee City, in charge of arrangements for Dorothy Kalin. Emma C. Brungart, age 19, of Blue Rapids, passed away Friday as a result of an automobile accident. Funeral service Saturday, 11 a.m. at the Blue Rapids School Gymnasium. Burial in the Prospect Hill Cemetery. Visitation Friday, 4 until 8. Family will greet friends Friday from 4 until 6 at Kinsley Mortuary in Marysville, in charge of arrangements for Emma Brungart. Lloyd Shubkagel, age 88, of Marysville, passed away Saturday. Funeral service Saturday at 2 with a visitation from 10 until 2 at Kinsley Mortuary in Marysville. Burial in the Riverside Cemetery at Waterville. Kinsley's in charge of arrangements for Lloyd Shubkagel. Morris Fredericks of Marysville passed away Thursday. Funeral service Monday, 10 a.m. at Mount Calvary Lutheran Church, Marysville. Burial in the Hanover Cemetery for Morris Fredericks. Charles W. Cook, age 69, of Baileyville, passed away Wednesday. Massive Christian burial Monday, 10:30 at the Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Baileyville, with a rosary Sunday afternoon at 2:30 from the church. Lauer Funeral Home of Seneca, in charge of arrangements for Charles Cook. Cheryl A. Gerstner, age 77, of Frankfort, passed away Thursday. Funeral service Tuesday, 10 a.m. from Annunciation Catholic Church, Frankfort, with burial in the Mount Calvary Catholic Cemetery. Rosary service Monday evening at 7 at the church, with a visitation Monday from 1 until 5 at the Padden Funeral Chapel of Frankfort, in charge of arrangements for Cheryl Gerstner.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeast Nebraska. Sunshine today with our highs in the upper 80s and lower 90s. Mostly cloudy skies overnight tonight with our lows in the upper 40s and upper 50s. Staying mostly sunny throughout the day on Saturday with our highs in the lower 80s and lower 90s. And mostly clear skies throughout Saturday night with our lows in the upper 40s and lower 50s. Much cooler as we head into Sunday. Some sunshine with our highs in the mid-60s and mid-70s. North winds between 5 and 10 and gusting as high as 20. Then mostly clear skies throughout Sunday night with our lows in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Staying cooler as we head into Monday as well. Sunny with our highs in the mid to upper 60s. Then mostly clear skies throughout Monday night with our lows in the mid to upper 30s. Sunshine as we head into Tuesday with our highs in the mid to upper 60s. Then partly cloudy skies throughout Tuesday night with our lows in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Slightly warmer as we head into Wednesday with our highs in the lower to upper 70s. And clear skies throughout Wednesday night with our lows in the upper 40s and lower 50s. And staying warmer throughout Thursday. I'm meteorologist Kara Foster.
Average high temperature mid-October 72, record high on this date 93. The average low 46 and the record low 26. Sunrise this morning 7:33 with sunset this evening at 6:54.
Handwritten notes and letters are rapidly becoming a lost art, but that doesn't mean they've lost their impact. A closer look today from the Old Farmer's Almanac.
Have you ever tried to buy gold and silver and felt like you were talking to a used car salesman? That's because the precious metals industry is like the Wild West. Salesmen can say pretty much anything or make any promise they want without repercussion. But Genesis Gold Group is different. They're a faith-driven Christian precious metals company and believe in educating their customers, not pressuring them for a quick sale. Genesis Gold Group focuses on customer service, not sleazy marketing. Genesis Gold Group is named after the first book of the Bible for a reason. Proper stewardship of wealth is their specialty. Find out why they've earned a 5 out of 5 rating through the Better Business Bureau and how they can help you secure your wealth or retirement through physical precious metals. Call right now to learn more.
800-603-5815. 800-603-5815. 800-603-5815. That's 800-603-5815.
With more practical tips and useful advice, this is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report for Friday, October 11th, the 285th day of the year. Actress Joan Cusack is celebrating a birthday, and on this night in 1975, Saturday Night Live made its television debut on NBC. With most of our communication these days in electronic form, handwritten notes really stand out. In recent studies, when asked to rate their reaction upon receiving a thank you note, recipients almost gave a higher score than anticipated by the sender. So why do so few of us send them? Emotional vulnerability, lack of composition skills, and general awkwardness were a few reasons given, but those on the receiving end dismissed those concerns, many reporting they just felt ecstatic. Just knowing there is a field of gratitude research left us feeling, well, gratified. That is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report. Find more fun facts at almanac.com.
Sapp Brothers Petroleum is proud to support all area high schools' fall sports teams. These athletes have great talent, strength, and determination, and are sure to excel at all the events and games this week. Good luck. From Sapp Brothers Petroleum in Philly, Humboldt, Hanover, and Fall City, supplying fuel, propane, and oil. Family Fair is proud of the Fall City Tigers and Sacred Heart Irish High School fall sports teams. A loud cheer is sure to be heard all over the county as the skilled athletes take the field and court at events this week. Good luck, guys and girls. From Family Fair in Fall City. See our website for rewards and digital coupons. Belleville Healthcare Center knows the Republic Buffalo's fall sports teams have worked hard this season. The guys and girls have the talent and drive to overcome the competition. From Belleville Healthcare Center, specialized care with in-house therapies, short-term rehab to home, advanced recovery, total wellness.
Kansas Mid-America Network Sports. I'm Andy Hoosier. Well, it may be a bye week for the Kansas City Chiefs going into the next week of NFL football, but that doesn't mean that college football has slowed down at all as we go into week number 7 with the Kansas State Wildcats coming off their bye week from last week as they are sitting number 18 in the national AP polls in the middle of the pack in the Big 12 Conference. They're heading on the road. They have an evening game tomorrow night at 9:15 as they head to Colorado to take on the CU Buffs. Both teams are going into the game at 4-1 for the regular season so far, as Kansas State had a strong, dominant victory over the Oklahoma State Cowboys back on September 28th at a 42-20 victory. The KU Jayhawks have their bye week this week, will not be playing, along with a few other of the Big 12 Conference teams, including the number 1 Texas Tech Red Raiders in the division having their bye week, and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Other games of the Big 12 include the number 18 Oklahoma Sooners. They're at home in Oklahoma as the number 1 Texas Longhorns come out for kickoff at 2:30 for the afternoon game. Mid-American Network Sports.
Toppers Plus Truck and RV, your RV headquarters, now offers Rhino Linings Eco Coat, a spray-on roof lining to protect your RV from daily wear. It's 100% seamless, won't crack or peel, UV resistant, lasts 3 times longer than a rubber roof with a Toppers Plus lifetime leak-free guarantee. Shop in-stock accessories including sewer and electrical items, freshwater hoses, stabilizing kits, lock kits, AC filter parts, and RV decor. Get your free RV roof inspection at Toppers Plus Truck and RV, 333 Northwest Street or toppersplusks.com.
Make your truck work for you.
Your home for all the latest in Kansas, regional, and national agricultural news is the Mid-America Ag Network. I'm your farm broadcaster, Sam Speck. Join me daily for the latest ag news, statewide weather, and hourly commodity market updates. Also join agriculture radio legend Larry Steckline both Tuesdays and Fridays for a deep dive into the world of agriculture with the Steckline Report. The Mid-America Ag Network has been a 7-state region trusted source for everything in the world of agriculture for 20 years. So join us daily through our many great affiliates on the Mid-America Ag Network.
Colleges across the nation may start having to pay athletes when it comes to the NCAA after a U.S. district judge ended up granting a preliminary approval earlier this week to more than $2.78 billion in legal settlements that would transform college sports by allowing the schools to pay their players. Cake News reports that with the ongoing lawsuit, the final hearing is set for April 7th of next year in 2025 after the close of March Madness in college basketball's national title game. They say if it is finalized, the deal would allow the biggest schools in the nation to establish a pool of roughly $21.5 million in the first year to distribute that money to athletes through the revenue sharing plan. Under the legal settlement as well, if approved, former college athletes going back to as far as 2016 would also be able to apply for their share of more than $2.576 billion that would be set aside to help them recoup money they could have made during their NIL deals that weren't allowed until 2021. Kansas Mid-America Network Sports, I'm Andy Hoosier.
High school football action Friday. Marysville back home hosting Rock Creek. It's senior night for the Bulldogs. Clay Center entertains Concordia. Chapman home to Walmego. Abilene hosts to Augusta. In our Friday feature game, homecoming is Frankfort entertains Blue Valley live on FM 95.5. Homecoming for Hanover hosting Wakefield. Axtell hosts St. Paul. Washington County home to Rock Hills. Lynn is hosting Pike Valley. Valley Heights home to Harrington. It's Parents' Night. Diller Odell at Dorchester. Southern at Sutton.
In the KNDY Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on FM 95.5 this Friday, the state-ranked Frankfort Wildcats will play host to TVL foe Blue Valley on homecoming night. Getting into the heart of district play, head coach Nick Anderson looks at this game as a true test.
We consider this week a must-win game, and that's how we're going to approach it. We're going to approach it like a playoff game, and that's our mindset. And, this might be the best Blue Valley team I've seen on film in 4 or 5 years. They're more athletic than they have been in the past, so we're going to have to play well, and we're going to have our hands full.
Opposite of that broadcast on AM 1570, FM 94.1, head coach for the Marysville Bulldogs, Tony Trimble, has his team out to a 5-0 start and a top 5 state ranking. After a 2-point win at Abilene last week, the Bulldogs faced their toughest test of the season on senior night versus Rock Creek.
We've had some big games this year, but this game probably has the most at stake of any game we've played to this point this year. Whichever team doesn't win this game is probably not going to have a chance to be part of the district title. So there's some implications, and when those things are like that, it becomes a bigger game.
Both contests set for kickoff at 7 p.m. this Friday on your home for high school sports, KNDY Radio.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to marysvilledentalcare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
Landall in Marysville is invested in their team, facilities, products, customers, community, future, and excellence. For over 60 years, a family-owned company focusing on quality workmanship products and employees. Congratulating their team members with their loyalty and hard work that's paid off with a 12-year profit-sharing average of 12.42%. Thanks for all you do in making Landall Company stand out above the rest. Employment opportunities available. Go online at landall.com/careers. EEO Vets and Disability. Welcome.
If your four-legged friend is in need of quality care, call on the compassionate team at the Animal Clinic in Frankfort. Their experienced team of veterinarians are dedicated to the health of your pets or herd. From routine checkups to state-of-the-art medical procedures, call the office at 785-292-4628 or schedule an appointment online at animalclinicpa.com. Treating with compassion and dedication, count on the Animal Clinic in Frankfort, where your pet's health is their top priority.
Donut Day is coming! Donut Day? What's that? Free donuts for Blue Valley customers.
October is National Cooperative Month, and Blue Valley Technologies is here to celebrate. Swing by on Friday, October 25th, before work or school for donuts, coffee, and hot apple cider. Drive through our west parking lot from 7 to 10 a.m. The first 25 people through get a free stocking hat.
Other various prizes are available.
Think of fall leaves as fertilizer falling from the sky, not an annoyance to be raked and removed. Recycle these nutrient-rich packets back into your landscape. Hi, I'm Melinda Myers, horticulturist and gardening expert. Tree leaves contain 50 to 80% of the nutrients that plants absorb from the air and soil throughout the growing season. Recycle these nutrients back into the soil to benefit future plantings. An even bigger benefit is the organic matter fall leaves provide, whether used as mulch, incorporated into the soil, or composted. As the leaves break down, they improve the soil. And don't be afraid to recycle oak leaves. Although acidic, these and other leaves have very little impact on soil pH. Small leaves and leaflets like those of willow, honey locust, and acacia are ready to use as is. Shred larger and tougher leaves of oaks and maples to speed decomposition and prevent matting. Check out our website for this and other gardening tips.
The railroad was looking for ways to entice people to ride the rails for one-day excursions to see unique events. But what was there to do in Cheyenne, Wyoming? Perhaps some people thought nothing until a chance event took place near the depot. The story is this edition of the American Countryside.
What's the first thing you do in the morning? For many farmers and ranchers, it's checking weather and market updates. Make AgWeb Daily Newsletter part of your morning routine. Not only bringing you essential news and weather updates, but also covering topics such as smart farming and agriculture's next generation. And each weekday, stay informed and stay ahead with AgWeb Market Weekly. Whether you're at home or in the field, AgWeb Market Weekly keeps you connected and competitive.
Delivered straight to your inbox. Subscribe to both today at agweb.com/newsletters and never miss a beat.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, the only weekend television show that features some of agriculture's biggest names. From custom commentary from John Phipps to the stories of antique iron with Machinery Pete to a list of more than 30 marketing analysts, our weekly program focuses on the topics that matter most to you. We invite you to join us each weekend for U.S. Farm Report, timely, trusted tradition.
Times were tough economically for most places in the country in the late 1800s. The fortunes of Cheyenne, Wyoming, though, were about to turn, thanks to a man living about 100 miles south of the city.
It actually starts all the way down in Denver, Colorado, with one man who was a railroad ticket agent for the Union Pacific. His name was Frederick Ainger. And he struck upon this really fabulous idea that if you wanted to get people to buy tickets on trains, the best way to do it is take them onto a day excursion someplace.
The idea worked well with trips to nearby cities like Boulder and Loveland, Colorado. Ainger had his eyes on Cheyenne for one of those day excursions.
When he got to Cheyenne, he asked the city fathers, what did you guys do for a fair? And they started thinking about what they had seen in other places. And they said, well, we don't really grow anything here. One guy said, the only thing we raise around here is a little hell from time to time.
The group couldn't come up with an idea, though, and Ainger was set to head back to Denver.
So Frederick Ainger, as he's waiting for his train to take him back down to Denver, he saw a group of maybe 7 or 8 cowboys fighting with a horse that did not want to get onto a boxcar. And as he was watching this contest, he was just thoroughly entertained. But notice there were other people on the siding of the rails that were just as enthusiastic to support the horse as the cowboys and yelling encouragement to both.
Ainger now had an idea that might just bring people to Cheyenne.
So he went back into town and talked to the city fathers again and said, what about this? I hear that there's this sport out there that's called a rodeo, and you guys have the best cowboys. I know you have a lot of animals like horses and cattle. Would you guys be willing to put on a rodeo?
The city fathers liked the idea, but they needed to stage the event within 2 weeks' time. It would be the first of a well-known event still held today. The story continues next time as we travel the countryside. In Cheyenne, Wyoming, I'm Andrew McCrae.
Get some great wildlife pictures around your place. Hi, I'm Jody Henke. Wild animals don't pose and say cheese, but I do have some tips to make it seem like they do as you're living the country life.
Living the country life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic and from previous shows by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com. We'll return to the show after these messages.
Check out our full lineup of Successful Farming podcasts. The Successful Farming podcast goes in-depth into the topics that affect farmers and ranchers. The 15 Minutes with a Farmer podcast offers a quick conversation between an editor and a farmer. The SF Shorts podcast offers bite-sized interviews about agricultural topics. And the SF Daily podcast covers commodity markets, weather, and the big things happening in agriculture each morning. Search for Successful Farming wherever you download your podcasts. If you're looking for ideas and inspiration for your place in the country, register for the Living the Country Life newsletter. You'll receive helpful tips and information about a wide variety of seasonal topics, including pets, livestock, gardening, machinery, and more, delivered straight to your inbox twice each month. Sign up for your newsletter today at agriculture.com.
I take a lot of pictures of wildlife when I'm out in the woods. Getting a good shot is really difficult because they startle and run off if they hear me. I need to sit, watch, wait, and be more patient. Professional wildlife photographer Jim Zuckerman says your odds of a good picture go up if you understand the animal's behavior, habits, personalities, and patterns. Whether it's a butterfly or a deer, give them a reason to hang around.
Like with deer, all you have to do is leave out a little table full of fruit, apples, for example, and you'll have them every day. Because once they know that it's there and the food supply is constant, it's amazing. So food is the biggest attractant.
A cell phone camera will capture the animal, but you can't zoom in really close. By using better equipment like a DSLR camera and 300-millimeter telephoto lens, you'll capture tight shots from a safe distance.
The telephoto allows you to bring the animal visually closer. In other words, so you can fill more of the frame with it, and so it's impressive. So you can see the detail, you can see the expression.
In wildlife photography, making eye contact with the subject gives life to the image. It is easy to focus on only taking close-ups of animals, but sometimes it's worthwhile to zoom out to show the environment where the animals live. The best time to photograph wildlife is at dawn when the light is pretty and the animals are active, or at dusk when they're coming out from hiding. This often means you'll be shooting in darker conditions, so another accessory is a large lens aperture to let in more light. Zuckerman says using a tripod will let you get away with a slower shutter speed. Find more tips for photographing wildlife at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.
Is trying to plan for your financial future just a big, wild guess? Hi, I'm Rob West with a Faith and Finance Minute. Good question. Frankly, there is a lot of guessing involved, especially when you're younger. You don't know how your career path will unfold or how much your earnings will be. Even for older folks, we don't know for sure about our investment returns or future tax rates or even future health. So there are many unknowns, but don't let the unknowns paralyze you into doing nothing. Instead, take these concrete steps. Live within your means. Build a strong financial foundation by paying off debt and saving regularly. Invest for the future and guard your health through a good diet and exercise. If you take those steps, you'll be well prepared for whatever comes your way. Manage your finances wisely with the easy-to-use FaithFi app. Download FaithFi, Faith and Finance from your app store, or learn more at faithfi.com.
A profile of the woman who chairs the National Dairy Checkoff Program, today on Farm to Fork. If you're ready to try a highly effective microbial soil inoculant, then Rhizol from ProGrow Bio should be your first choice. Rhizol offers multiple benefits like enhanced biomass, bigger yields, and improved soil health. 100% organic and works with conventional or organic crops, and comes in a soluble dry form for easy handling and long shelf life. Search the web for RHIZOL from ProGrow Bio.
Hey there, it's Mike Rowe, and if you're out there getting dirty, do me a favor and remember to call or click 811 before you dig. And when I say dig, I refer to any activity requiring boring, tilling, drilling, probing, reaming, plowing, drudging, or even scoping. Anything that causes you to roll up your sleeves a little and dig in requires you to first connect with 811 so that you can avoid all those buried pipes, wires, and cables underground. To sum up, call or click 811 before you dig and visit safeexcavator.com for more information.
Marilyn Hershey serves as board chairman for Dairy Management Incorporated, which operates the National Dairy Checkoff Program. Hershey and her husband also run an 800-cow dairy about an hour's drive west of Philadelphia, and she's actively involved there.
Each year, Dwayne and I will look at the farm and we'll try to decide how can we be more efficient, how can we make practices that improve our bottom line. If the improvements we make do not help us financially, we're not going to be able to do that.
Hershey says the farm added a methane digester in 2017.
Sustainability really has been part of our practices for decades. I come from many, many generations, as far back as I can research. We were dairy farmers, and, changing our practices, improving our practices has always been a part of that.
Hershey views dairy as an industry moving forward.
Not every farm is going to do everything, but that all farms together collectively, we can make really strong improvements.
Visit the show info page at northshoreproductions.com to learn more. That's Farm to Fork. I'm Daryl Anderson.
Experience the magic at the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. Seafaring creatures, parade of pirates, Mermaid Cove. Stop for a drink at the House of Dragon Pub. Acquire a treasure trove of gifts at over 150 shops with 22 stages of entertainment plus full combat jousting. Weekends, Saturdays and Sundays plus Monday, October 14th. Tickets and information at kcrenfest.com. Kansas City Renaissance Festival. Saturday and Sundays 10 to 7 plus Monday, October 14th, 10 to 5.
Good Friday. I'm your farm broadcaster, Sam Speck, with your latest agricultural news here on the Mid-America Ag Network. We spoke with United States Department of Agriculture economist Bart Kenner. He gave us some key numbers from USDA's Ag Trade Update.
Agricultural exports for fiscal year to date were $161.3 billion, down 3% from the previous year, and agricultural imports were $188.8 billion, up 5% from the previous year, for a trade deficit of $27.5 billion, which is $13.1 billion greater than the deficit of $14.5 billion this time last year.
Again, that's USDA Ag economist Bart Kenner. Now, in other news, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints real estate arm is paying $289 million to acquire tens of thousands of acres of farmland across 8 states. Farmland Reserve, a nonprofit arm of the Mormon Church, is buying 46 farms from real estate investor Farmland Partners. The farms encompass 41,500 acres of land and include sites in Arkansas, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and the Carolinas. Doug Rose, CEO of Farmland Reserve, said the company plans to lease, quote, these productive farms to local farmers. The LDS Church owns approximately 1.7 million acres of land, primarily used for agriculture. That's according to Landgate, a commercial real estate advisory service, making it one of the largest institutional landholders in the United States. It's estimated the church owns $16 billion worth of property across the country, with around $2 billion for agricultural land. And one quick note in conclusion, show rapidly increasing number of California dairy farms suffering outbreaks of H5N1 bird flu. Industry experts say it remains unclear just how the disease may affect the nation's milk supply or of pricing. I'm your farm broadcaster, Sam Speck, with your latest check of agricultural news here on this Friday, only here on the Mid-America Ag Network.
Phil's Coins and Bullion at 9344 West Central Avenue in Wichita is the best place to buy and sell bullion there is. If you want to add gold and silver bullion to your portfolio, there's no better place to go than Phil's Coins and Bullion. Check them out at philscoins.com to get your shopping started. With the largest variety of items, you'll get exactly what you want at Phil's Coins and Bullion. Visit them at 9344 West Central Avenue today. Phil's Coins and Bullion is Kansas' premier bullion dealer.
Toppers Plus Truck and RV, your RV headquarters, now offers Rhino Linings Eco Coat, a spray-on roof lining to protect your RV from daily wear. It's 100% seamless, won't crack or peel, UV resistant, lasts 3 times longer than a rubber roof with a Toppers Plus lifetime leak-free guarantee. Shop in-stock accessories including sewer and electrical items, freshwater hoses, stabilizing kits, lock kits, AC filter parts, and RV decor. Get your free RV roof inspection at Toppers Plus Truck and RV, 333 Northwest Street or toppersplusks.com. Make your truck work!
Helena Agri Enterprises proudly salutes the American farmer on National Farmers Day, October 12th. It's thanks to these hard-working men and women that there are so many delicious choices available at your local grocer. Thank you for feeding America. From all your friends at Helena Agri Enterprises in Centralia.
Thistles are pesky plants to control because of their vast root systems. When it comes to getting rid of them, timing is everything. On Successful Farming Radio.
Successful Farming Radio, providing information farmers need in the field, in the shop, and in the office. Committed to growing your business in agriculture.
Check out our full lineup of Successful Farming podcasts. The Successful Farming podcast goes in-depth into the topics that affect farmers and ranchers. The 15 Minutes with a Farmer podcast offers a quick conversation between an editor and a farmer. The SF Shorts podcast offers bite-sized interviews about agricultural topics. And the SF Daily podcast covers commodity markets, weather, and the big things happening in agriculture each morning. Search for Successful Farming wherever you download your podcasts.
Welcome to the soothing sounds of cropland seed. It's the kind of sound you only get with broad access to high-performing genetics and traits. and years of data from extensive testing. All so retailers can recommend what will work best in your fields. Take some stress out of your season. Talk to your local retail seed expert about cropland seed today.
Take a walk through your pastures and scout for thistles. The wily weeds propagate very quickly and choke out any grasses growing there. Animals won't graze near them because of their prickly spines and unpalatable flavor, which can lead to overgrazing in other areas. Chris Proctor is a weed management extension educator at the University of Nebraska. He says the best time to control biennial and perennial thistles is now through early November, when the weed is at its most vulnerable in the rosette stage.
The plants are just small at that point. And so if we're talking, herbicide controls, generally speaking, the smaller the plants, the more effective the control is. I'd say the other part is they're still actively growing. Once they go through winter, they kind of have to harden themselves off to survive winter. And so if you can catch them in the fall as a rosette, they haven't gone through that overwintering process and that dormancy process. And so you tend to have more effective control.
Small populations are much easier to control than larger, more robust populations. Mowing, burning, and digging out the plants will weaken them and may help the effectiveness of herbicides. But keep in mind that there is no one-and-done silver bullet when it comes to good thistle control.
You're not going to kill all those rhizomes and those deep-rooted plants in 1 year. If you got a pretty well-established stand, it's going to be a multi-year process to manage it. So one of the keys is preventing these weeds from setting seed. If they go to seed, you're extending the amount of time it's going to take to get ahead of it. So part of this is controlling the seed bank.
I'm Jody Henke. Learn more about battling thistles at agriculture.com.
Attention farmers and livestock owners looking for top quality feed and essential supplies for your animals. Look no further than Home City Grain, offering a wide variety of feed options for small and large livestock, as well as smart lick tubs, perfect for providing essential nutrients to your herd. Contact Home City Grain today at 785-799-3326 or find them online at homecitygrain.com for up-to-the-minute grain bids, weather outlook, and more.
From Kansas State University, this is Agriculture Today. I'm Jacob Clout. K-State crop entomologist Jeff Whitworth reminds homeowners to start keeping watch for fall invader pest species in their homes, like field and house crickets. He shares a commonly asked question about crickets and the biggest problem they cause.
If you get a cricket in your house and it has 3 long appendages on the rear end and the back side, can they sting with that? They cannot. That is the ovipositor. That is the structure they use to lay eggs. They can't sting with it. So you can pick the crickets up. They're not going to sting. One of the problems with crickets is they get in and they're chirping. The incessant chirping is really annoying to some people, but it's basically the males, and they're chirping because they're happy or they're looking for a female, or, we've assigned several different reasons for the chirping, but it is annoying. Both the house and the field cricket will do it.
He explains the difference between the two kinds of crickets and both of their feeding habits.
The 2 different kinds of crickets that we have problems with this time of year are the field cricket and the house cricket. That sounds a little strange. They both live outside. The field cricket is the black one. The house cricket, it's kind of a dark brown, but you can actually tell the difference. The field cricket will come in the house. They will only live about a month indoors. Then they're just going to die naturally. They're not going to reproduce inside. The house cricket can do that. If they come in, they can live year-round. They can get in basements, damp crawl spaces, places like that. They will mate, they will lay their eggs, and they will be happy and content as long as there's some food for them to feed on. Both species will feed a little bit in the fall. They'll feed on just about anything organic, anything they come up with that's made from cotton or wool, or if you have any plants, they can feed on the plants, or if you have any detritus or anything in the basement or any old fungus growing in a dark, damp spot, they will feed on that, and they will do just fine on that.
Whitworth discusses cricket control, noting that it might help keep other pests at bay.
If you want to spray about a 6 to 12 foot perimeter on the outside of your house with a general insecticide that has crickets on the label. That will probably help with scorpions. It will probably help with all the other insects that are going to be coming in, the crawling insects. It doesn't help with the flying insects, but it will help with the crawling insects. So make sure you caulk all the cracks and crevices in your house. Tighten it up. In other words, that will help for all these insects that crawl, or scorpions, which are arachnids. Spraying around the exterior of the house and around the perimeter. And also, if you get a crack and crevice, spray inside, that will help on the crickets.
That was Kansas State University crop entomologist Jeff Whitworth on Field and House crickets. I'm Jacob Clout. This has been Agriculture Today over the K-State Radio Network.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you will find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
Good Friday afternoon. Sam Speck with your latest market information here on the Mid-America Ag Network. Well, as we pass through midday, still kind of a mixed to mostly lower day in the livestock. Quite a bit of pressure in the grains and the oil seeds. We'll start with the wheat market. Chicago, spring, and Kansas City wheat all lower. December Kansas City wheat's down 9.5 at 601.5. March to 618.25. That's 9.5 cents lower. December oats down 3.5 at 380.5 a cent. Into the row crops now. December corn down 3 cents to 415.5. March down 3.25 at 433. Soybeans kind of taking the brunt of the hit today. November beans down 9 at 10.05 3/4. January down a dime at 10.21.5. December soy meal down 140 at 314.70, and soy oil down 51 at 43.26. Cotton also feeling the pressure. December cotton down 29 at 72.37. It is mixed to slightly lower in the livestock today. Live cattle are all in the red. October live down 40 at 188.77. December down 55 to 187.72. It's actually mostly higher for the feeder cattle, in exception to the October contract. October feeders down 35 cents to 249.92. November and beyond all in the green. November up 20 cents at $250.15 per hundredweight. Same story for the hogs. They're all higher in the later contracts, but October is down a nickel at 83.97. December up 67 to 77.62. If we take a look down Wall Street now, we see the Dow jumping up 278 to 42,732. We see the S&P up 25 at 58.05, and the Nasdaq currently up 37 at 18,319. Into the energy markets now. Crude oil down 58 at 75.27 a barrel. Unleaded gas actually unchanged, still at $2.15 a gallon. Heating oil is down about a half a cent at $2.34, and natural gas down 3 at $2.63. Gold's up an additional $37.50 today at $26.58.10. December silver up 56 cents at $31.80 per ounce, and the dollar index down 14 at 102.625. Sam Speck, Mid-America Ag Network. Your home for all the latest in Kansas, regional, and national agricultural news is the Mid-America Ag Network. I'm your farm broadcaster, Sam Speck. Join me daily for the latest ag news, statewide weather, and hourly commodity market updates. Also join agriculture radio legend Larry Steckline both Tuesdays and Fridays for a deep dive into the world of agriculture with the Steckline Report. The Mid-America Ag Network has been a 7-state region trusted source for everything in the world of agriculture for 20 years. So join us daily through our many great affiliates on the Mid-America Ag Network.
Cattle farmers, are you looking to sell your cattle? Let us help. Here at Double T Livestock in Kingman, Kansas, come to our office and relax, enjoy lunch on us, and watch the Superior Livestock Auction as we help with selling of your cattle. Call Troy today at 620-491-3312 or stop by the office at 805 East D Avenue in Kingman, Kansas to figure out how to get your cattle on the auction. Double T Livestock. We don't want everyone's cattle, just yours.
From ABC News, Wall Street now. Stocks holding near record levels in trading this Friday after several big banks, including J.P. Morgan and Wells Fargo, reported stronger than expected profits for the latest quarter. A new report shows prices holding steady last month. The Labor Department says its Producer Price Index, which tracks inflation before it hits consumers, didn't move from August to September. Excluding volatile food and energy, prices were up just 0.2%. The steady easing of inflation will play a role on the Fed's decision on interest rates over the next few months. Americans' outlook on the economy soured a bit after 2 months of small gains, according to the University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index. Researchers say people are still expressing frustration over what they see as high prices. Tesla stock sinking 9% following the unveiling of Elon Musk's latest development, a self-driving taxi. It has no steering wheel and no gas or brake pedals. Investors, however, appeared unimpressed. Sherry Preston, ABC News.